Hey guys, Sunday, hope you're having a great day. Out for our Sunday long run. Yay! Back in Waveny Park. Final dress rehearsal for my Yeti 100 virtual challenge. Coming up probably the next couple of weeks. So, putting in the work, final long run, dress rehearsal, see how it goes. I have a favor to ask you. Would really appreciate if you enjoy the content. Please give it a thumbs up. It'll help YouTube show it to other people who may be interested. Also, leave me a comment below. How are you spending your Sunday? Running or non-running related? Doesn't matter. And finally, if you're new to my channel and you haven't already subscribed, would appreciate if you help build this community and hit the subscribe button. Thanks a lot. For a long run today, I'm gonna try to go 4.5 hours plus or minus. Time on my feet should equate to about 20 to 25 miles. Last weekend I did a Saturday, Sunday back-to-back long runs. 12 miles on Saturday, 25 on Sunday. Did 25 on Sunday was, and I believe 4 hours and 40 minutes. This week's been really great, very productive. Lactate threshold workout on the track Friday. Good 10-mile progression run yesterday. Ended up very strong. Really stoked, was able to push the last mile to sub 8 going up a hill. And today, 20 to 25, 4.5 hours. Monday off. And now we're gonna start tapering for the Yeti 100 mile virtual. I read an article this morning on podiumrunner.com, I'll leave a link below, about virtual races to really embrace them. They're the new normal. A lot of the spring big events, big races have already been pushed out to fall. A lot of the smaller events, especially trail and small local races, will probably still take place, but we'll see what 2021 brings. But I think virtual races are going to be here for a while. Hey guys, wanted to share a tip of the day with you. I've been doing 4 weeks of solid training, pushing a little bit, and I feel a little bit run down. So, tip of the day, let's listen to our bodies, pay attention to our immune system, and take care of ourselves. No point in going into the red zone and either getting injured or getting sick and having to take time off. Especially this time of year, as the weather changes and with the second wave of COVID coming on, maintaining our immune system, really important. And that means getting the rest and sleep, getting the hydration and nutrition, and just taking time off when necessary. And last, depression, stress, anxiety do impact our immune system. It's not just physical stress. Tip of the day. We're about 2 hours and 40 minutes into the run. Got 15 miles. Mentally feeling good. Happy to be out here. Physically feeling the last few weeks of training, and especially the last few days. So looking forward to wrapping up the run, getting a day off Monday, and then going into taper mode from my virtual Yeti 100 challenge.
started out like a movie scene, something straight out of a magazine. I crossed my fingers you'd come to me, then all of a sudden it became reality. Don't care about no gold, no one else to hit my phone up. None of that pretentious life. No, 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 don't need no pills to get high. There's no doubt in my mind, your love, it is all that I need. To hit my phone up, none of that pretentious life. No, 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 don't need no pills to get high. There's no doubt in my mind, your love, it is all that I need.
Run done, 20 miles in 3 hours, 36 minutes and 10 seconds. Really happy, kept it on the shorter end. Grateful to get another run in. Monday's a day off. Hang on, we're gonna go into the weekend review, and we're also gonna talk about critical power and a test I have to do with my Stryd Power meter in the review. Welcome back to our review of the week. Last week I ran 42.25 miles for 68 kilometers on 5 days. Monday and Wednesday were both days off. I spent a total of 6 hours and 48 minutes on my feet. There were 3 hard efforts. Friday's lactate threshold workout, there's a separate video, I'll link it on top. The weekend, back-to-back long runs, a 10-mile progression run that went really well on Saturday, and then the Sunday 20-mile long run. My vertical gain for the week was about 4,000 feet, or about 1,200 meters. It was a good week. It was a hard week, particularly the Friday lactate threshold workout, and then the weekend long runs were 3 hard days consecutively. Normally not recommended. Monday's a day off, and then as mentioned in the video, we'll go into a taper for the next 10 days to 2 weeks for my Yeti 100-mile virtual challenge. So overall, very pleased. Let's look at a couple of runs and dive into the data a little bit. I'd like to focus on 2 runs in particular. One is the 2-mile hard effort that was part of Friday's lactate threshold workout, and the other is Saturday's 10-mile progression run. The reason I picked these 2 workouts is that at a high level, they're both lactate threshold workouts. However, once we dive into the data, we'll see some very interesting differences. So first, let's have a look at the 2-mile hard effort on the high school track. Quick recap of the 2-mile hard effort on the track. I ran it in 16 minutes and 15 seconds, which is an average of about 8:07 mile pace. It was a negative split, and it was part of a much larger lactate threshold workout. Again, for the details, take a look at that video. The average heart rate was about 150 beats per minute. Which is consistent with what I would expect for a lactate threshold workout from me. The power output ranges from 200 to 214 watts, which is right around my critical power of 208 watts. That is roughly equivalent to the lactate threshold level. So looks exactly what I would expect. So let's now take a look at the 10-mile progression trail run. So let's take a look at the 10-mile progression trail run. Quick recap, I ran this on the Waveny trails in 1 hour, 26 minutes and 46 seconds, so about an 840 mile pace. Highlighted in red are the last 3 miles of the run, miles 8 through 10. We see here's a heart rate of about 166, and the power output ranges from 196 to 213 watts. So again, around my critical power of 208 watts, what I would expect for a lactate threshold workout. But it looks like I worked a lot harder compared to a 2 mile hard effort on the track. So not in the 2 mile effort, the heart rate was 150. Here it's 166. So there's a number of factors at play here. One is obviously the accumulation of the mileage, the fact that this was on a trail with some elevation compared to a flat track, and then me running a progression, and you can see the mile splits, especially the last 2 or 3 miles. So what's interesting about this is that if we were just to look at the heart rate and totally ignore the Stryd Power meter data, we would look at a 2 mile run on the track at a 150 heart rate and say, that looks like a lactate threshold workout. And we'd look at this one and say, this is a little bit more than lactate threshold with a 166 heart rate. This starts to get into not anaerobic, but probably more interval repeat type of zones, which is zone 4. Looking at the Stryd data, most of my time was spent in zone 2 and 3, very little in zone 4, and almost nothing in zone 5. So what this tells us is that training by power, I think, is a more accurate representation of the effort and intensity of the run, whereas heart rate may at times be misleading. I need to do a critical power test. The Stryd Power meter is programmed to adjust the critical power automatically as it collects more and more data. However, it may in some cases be necessary to do what's called a critical power test. So next week, probably midweek, I'm going to do a critical power test, and that critical power test consists of 2 time trials, a 9-minute time trial with a short recovery, and then a 3-minute time trial. And I'll share that with you hopefully on Friday's video. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or any observations or comments, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks very much.